Hey crafty babes, Dre here. Let's talk about my brand new digital kit, Peaks and Valleys. I have everything already cut up, but we're going to go through things via sheet instead of every little single piece, just because I feel like it might be a little bit easier that way. You can see everything all at once and how all the colors work together. But I wanted to give you a little peek into what this kit means and what the theme is about. So I really wanted a kit that talked about the ups and downs of life, because as memory keepers, we are keeping the memories. Mostly we like to stick with the good things, I assume, but there are sometimes valleys that we have to traverse and hills we have to climb. And I want those things to be represented in our scrapbooks. And I just knew that when you're talking about peaks and valleys, and mountains and deserts, I knew it needed to be a country western theme. And me being a country girl at heart, I love everything about this kit. And what was so great was while I was designing this kit, I was actually at my parents' house, and they live in the Southwest. And my daddy is just like a major cowboy guy and loves all of the Western things. My parents have been into country Western dancing, and it just runs very deep in my history. And so it was really fun to have a play with these bright colors while also trying to figure out how to get and weave the themes of life's ups and downs into a country western feel. And so I think we nailed it. I'm so excited to share it with you. Every kit comes with a reference sheet, which has some previews of the different papers and cards that you'll find within the kit. And then it has a lot of different options for labels so that you can organize your printables however works for you. I wanted to give a lot of options. For me, and how I do it is I've got these Gen D handcrafted paper trays, and then I use the circle here and I cut that out and I just place it on the front, and this goes into a shelf system that I have. But we're going to go through each page here and show you exactly what comes in the digital kits. So always the reference sheet, and I'll show you another way that I use this as well. We have a stamp practice sheet. We actually have two. So I recently started making a blank version. So this background is just plain white, and this version has a grid in case you are looking for like lining things up, making things a little bit straighter as you're doing this. Now, this is not, a project that has to be perfect or anything like that. It's meant to be messy. It's meant to be a practice sheet. It's meant for you to take a look at the colors. I will always put the matching Distress Oxide colors here, the colors that match the best that come out of my printer. But I do, always love that you can use whatever stamps that you want and whatever stamp inks that you have in order to play around and match up the colors. I'll show you the stamps later. You can get a little preview of this, but I wanted to show you the stamp practice sheet. These are all of the cards, and the other way that I use the reference sheet is I've got these plastic envelopes from scrapbook.com, and I will trim that square part or the rectangle part out of the reference sheet. And then I use one of the labels and pop it here. And this, I actually just seal it closed with some score tape so that I don't have to continue like opening and closing it every time. But let's go through the cards. There might be a couple missing because I've done a couple of projects so far, but you'll get the idea. So here are all of the other cards that are in this set, and they're in no particular order, just kind of how they are right now in my bin. This one says there are secret opportunities hidden inside every failure. Hold your horses, and then there's going to be some stripes with all the colors made for the mountains, some cowgirl boots, today's winds, a disco cactus. There's going to be some journaling cards in both of these styles, in both colors or in all colors. So here are the yellows. Here's a pink, a tan, a gold, the greens, hot pink, light pink. I don't need luck when I got God. This is probably my absolute favorite card. I love the sass, and I just feel like I can say this in most situations. Yee, and I cannot stress this enough. Ha, so fun. Pistol Packin' Mama, and here's that green version, and here are a couple more of all the colors. This one says, "Hey cowgirl." This is one of the cards that I had the most fun designing, and part of the stamp set you'll see and some of the word art just talks about it not being my first rodeo, just because we've been here before, right? We've been in tough times, we've been through good times, not my first rodeo. Peaks and valleys, giddy up cowgirl, you're tough buttercup, and stay wild. This pattern is so fun. So those are the cards, minus just a few that I've already used. And then let's look at the ephemera, and then we'll get to the paper. This is a full sheet of ephemera pieces and some little word strips. So they say climbing, ace in the hole, have mercy, Pistol Packin' Mama, she's gone country, navigating, mountain mama, adjusting, and life's up and downs. You'll notice that there's a running theme of country song lyrics in this kit. So if you are a fan of country music, especially 90s country music, then you're absolutely gonna love this kit. And here is a page of big words. This right here are some song lyrics. Take it easy, howdy y'all, take me home country roads, take me home. Highs and lows, in between blessings, country's cool again, howdy, peaks and valleys, life's a dance, you'll learn as you go, honky tonk blues, ain't that some shit? I love that one. Cowgirl and cowboy, super fun. There are 2 pages of florals with some foliage mixed in. And what I love so much about these, they were so fun to make, is that I made some of the floral shapes with bandana pattern inside with the different colors from the kit, and weaved them in to these florals. Are they not so cute? And then even some of the foliage pieces are made also with the bandana pattern. And there is a full page here of frames and washi. You got all these different frames, different shapes and sizes, and different little washi strips. Swiss crosses of all different sizes and colors. Ampersands, which are just so fun. Of course, there's bandana pattern and some of the patterns from the papers, and some photos inside, and super fun. We also have mini memos. I am just like never gonna get tired of these. They make great lists, great tip-ins, great layering pieces. I just love them so much. So we've got the list today with 5 stars. Here's the plan. Focus on the good this week. Ups and downs, and then I changed a couple of these long calendars. They have so many fun uses. A whole sheet of labels. Number 1, there's circles and small rectangles and beveled edges and plain, and this really fun vintage paper background on these. And then the second here are just kind of the more traditional beveled and retro style labels. Hearts in all of the colors and some of the pattern papers. So much fun. This is a full sheet of stars. It says labels. That's fixed. But there are 4 different shapes instead of just the traditional one standard shape that I have been using. We've got a couple of different shapes going on, plus some sparkles. And then tickets, these were so fun. So there are several different styles here. So this style here is the traditional style that I use in all my kits, but then I've got 4 more over here that have decoration, or they're embellished, and then 4 different ones here that just have some words, and then some passes and some admit one tickets. And I just love this one right here. This dance pass is so fun. Okay, so that's the ephemera, and I'm able to fit all of my ephemera. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to share with you the 2x2s because I had already started cutting them out. So let me go over the 2x2s with you. So there's gonna be the bandana pattern in all the colors, but then also some really cute little decorated ones. This is one of my absolute favorites. It says, "I'm not lost, I'm exploring." A yeehaw with the horseshoe. You've got bandanas in all the colors and just this really beautiful mountainscape with a beautiful valley inside with hills on each side. So you know what that means. And then some cowgirl boots again, another landscape, and the brown bandana. Love it. Okay, here are the papers. So we've got a hold your horses pattern in the two-tone pink. This fun stripe. This fun stripe. So this stripe has all the colors represented, and this one is just like some of the pinks and golds and browns. And so you'll find that there are going to be different cards and then different florals and stuff that will go with these different color ways that I've chosen. Like for example, this big flower right here, this one would be perfect because it's got all of these colors. So you'll find that there's definitely things to mix and match. And this really big funky stripe has a bunch of pieces of the bandana mixed in as well. This has florals and a cowboy hat and foliage and a grid in the background, super fun. And then there's going to be, I believe there's 5 of the hearts, so in a bunch of different colorways. So here is a like a bright version of the greens and pinks, then browns and pinks and golds with a very light pink background. I think you can tell the difference between the white background and the pink background. Greens, pinks, and mustards, more of the greens and browns, so more of like a landscape feel. This pattern is yellow on yellow two-tone, like the kind of like the gold on the yellow. It says howdy y'all. And this one just says, hey y'all, and it's got the boots and the dancing couple and the horseshoes, and it's just so cute with all the pinks. And then this big, bold floral piece hanging off the edge of this paper. And then we have some of the basics in every color. So there's going to be this very cute pinstripe with all the colors. And then there'll be a grid with the 4 colors as well. Actually, I think there might be a couple colors missing that, of course, I've used. So those are the papers, the printables, and every single kit also comes with cut files. So if you are a silhouette girly or a Cricut girly, you'll be able to set up your images and your cut files to use your digital die cutting machines. Before I go, let's talk about the stamp sets that are going to be available that coordinate with this kit. Here is Peaks and Valleys. So it has all the artwork represented in this kit. Oh, it's just so great. You can make your own Peaks and Valleys little title. So they're all separate. You can use this beautiful ampersand anyway. You've got the cowgirl, and this says hold your horses. There's some sparkles and some stars. You've got howdy, and it's in that same rope font that you saw in the kit. This I'm not lost, I'm exploring is in here. A big hey. This is the made for the mountains. These are the good old days. Yeehaw. And this one says, this is not my first rodeo. So you can pick. And then there's a solo mountainscape here. This one says, let's go girls. And then here's a stay in this lowercase font that I'm going to show you here in a sec. But then this one says sassy, wild, and tough. So the idea is that you can stamp stay and then use any of the adjectives there. And then we have the Howdy Alpha in upper and lower. So the upper one here just has this really cool Western feel to it and a little scripty. And in here, the lowercase works so well. I sized them perfectly so you can use them together like with a capital A, you know, and your lowercase all together. And then it also comes with the numbers and another ampersand that's just a little bit bigger. So there you go. You're gonna have lots to choose from when you get into the shop. I hope that you really love this kit. I can't wait to see you play with it. All the links for this kit will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching.